Imagine a woman found decades ago, her identity a blank slate, her killer a ghost. Her story, shrouded in salt and sand, haunted investigators for nearly 50 years. The Lady of the Dunes isn't just a cold case. It's a chilling testament to a truth hidden in plain sight, a mystery that refused to be forgotten. We're about to dive into the forensic breakthroughs and critical errors that have kept her story buried. And we'll uncover the shocking truth that her murderer was a ghost no more, and the answers were always closer than anyone imagined. On a sweltering July afternoon in 1974, in the tranquil yet isolated dunes near Provincetown, Massachusetts, a terrifying discovery shattered the summer peace. A young girl, walking her dog, stumbled upon something horrifying: the naked body of a woman, partially buried in the sand. And this wasn't just a grim find. It was the beginning of one of America's most enduring and perplexing cold cases. The initial shock was profound, and the baffling lack of clues left investigators bewildered, wondering how someone could vanish so completely and then reappear in such a desolate spot with no trace of who she was or how she got there. The scene was meticulously arranged, almost staged. Her body lay on a beach blanket, her head resting on folded blue denim jeans. And near her body, there was a distinctive gold hair tie with 7 artificial turquoise stones. But these seemingly helpful clues only deepened the mystery, because the victim's hands had been removed, making fingerprint identification impossible. She had suffered a brutal blow to the head, but the lack of obvious struggle suggested she may have known her attacker. It was a haunting image, one that would perplex law enforcement for generations as they tried to piece together the final moments of this unknown woman. In the immediate aftermath, early attempts at identification were launched with urgency. Dental records were painstakingly compared against national databases, and missing persons reports from across the country were cross-referenced. But every lead went nowhere. The woman, who would forever be known simply as the Lady of the Dunes, seemed to exist only in death, with no living record. And for decades, the case gathered layers of speculation and frustrating dead ends. One of the most persistent rumors revolved around Hadden Clark, a known serial killer who had a history in the Cape Cod area. In the late 1990s, Clark chillingly confessed to murdering the Lady of the Dunes. He even drew a map, seemingly indicating the crime scene. But in a bizarre turn, he later retracted his confession, claiming he'd lied to manipulate the police. Although investigators considered him a person of interest for years, the evidence never definitively connected him, leaving the case wide open and fueling the frustration of those desperate for answers. But science, like justice, can be slow, but it often prevails. As the decades turned, the field of forensic science underwent a revolution. DNA analysis emerged as a powerful new tool, offering hope in the most stubborn cold cases. In the case of the Lady of the Dunes, this meant multiple exhumations of her remains. First in 1980, again in 2000, and once more in 2010. Each time, forensic scientists hoped to extract enough viable DNA to finally give her a name. And then, after years of painstaking work, combined with the cutting-edge techniques of forensic genealogy, the breakthrough finally arrived. In October 2022, nearly 50 years after her body was found, the FBI and Massachusetts State Police announced the astonishing news. The Lady of the Dunes finally had a name. She was identified as Ruth Marie Terry. She was born in Tennessee in 1936. She was a wife and a mother. Her identification immediately shifted the entire focus of the investigation. The police was no longer searching for a nameless ghost. They were now tracing the final, puzzling journey of a real woman. And with her name, also came a chilling revelation. A prime suspect emerged from her past, her estranged husband, Guy Maldivin, who was no stranger to controversy or violence. His behavior following Ruth's disappearance was immediately suspicious. He told his family and Ruth's that he had divorced her, and that he had no idea where she was. This was a man with a dark history, having allegedly killed his previous wife and possibly his stepson in the 1960s, though he was never convicted of those crimes. The circumstantial evidence linking him to Ruth's murder was compelling. The timing, his known abusive tendencies, and his evasive answers all pointed in one direction. However, the path to definitive closure hit a tragic hurdle. Guy Maldivin passed away in 2002. Although his death means he can never face justice in a courtroom, the identification of Ruth Marie Terry and the naming of Maldivin as the primary suspect brought a profound sense of resolution to the case. even if it wasn't a perfect one. The evolving role of forensic genealogy and advanced DNA phenotyping in solving cold cases, like the Lady of the Dunes, cannot be overstated. It's a testament to the relentless pursuit of truth. The meticulous work of the FBI and Massachusetts State Police in piecing together Ruth Marie Terry's final days, almost 50 years later, is a monumental achievement. It shows how technology, combined with unwavering dedication, can finally bring answers to families who have suffered in silence for generations. The profound impact of Ruth Marie Terry's identification on her surviving family members cannot be understated. After decades of not knowing, they finally have a name, a face, and a potential answer to what happened to their loved one. Although Guy Maldivven is no longer alive, the ongoing public appeal for information continues. Investigators are still hoping for any additional details, any witnesses who might have seen Ruth and Guy together in 1974, or anyone who might shed further light on Maldivven's activities around that time. This ensures that the case, while significantly advanced, isn't truly closed until every possible stone has been turned. The legacy of the Lady of the Dunes stands as a powerful testament to the perseverance of law enforcement and the transformative power of new technologies. It's a story of a woman who was nameless for almost half a century, whose identity was finally reclaimed by science and dedication. And while the primary suspect is gone, the continued hunt for circumstantial evidence and the possibility of other involved parties means that Ruth's story, her quest for ultimate justice, continues to echo in the sands of Provincetown.